Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy LaRon, and we back with another video. You see the thumbnail, you see what this video is about. But before we get into this video, I want to say what's up to my subscribers. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are new, please consider hitting subscribe and turn on notifications, because on this channel we do thought-provoking videos such as this one right here, reaction videos, and once a month I do a review on the Black-owned product. So if you're into that kind of content, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, and please like and share this content. All right, let's get into it. So I want to get into this video about Randy Moss on ESPN NFL Countdown. So for those who don't know who Randy Moss is an NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver, arguably top 3 best wide receivers of all time. You could compare like Jerry Rice and Terrell Owens and people like that. That's like just a physically gifted athletes that played that position. So Randy Moss, I think, played in the league for 13 years. And he was on NFL Countdown talking about John Gruden's email. So if you guys do not know about John Gruden's email, let me give you a brief description of what happened with John Gruden in his email, right? So this guy, John Gruden, had an email that come up from 2011, and he was talking about the NFLPA, DeMaurice Smith, and he said that DeMaurice Smith is dumb, and also he talked about his lips. So he said something about DeMaurice Smith lips are the size of tires, right? I forgot the manufacturer. I think off the top of the head I want to say Goodyear, but it could be Michelin, it could be Firestone, it could be a number of tires, right? It could be a number of different tires. I'm not sure what tires he said that he used to describe this man's lips. Randy Moss was NFL Countdown, and ESPN set this up perfectly for him to be the focal point and for him to get this message out that what he had to say had to be said, right? So he gets real emotional about it, and I want to talk about him getting emotional about it, and I want to talk about ESPN narrative about black men being on their channel, being very emotional, getting bent out of shape about things that's not really that serious. To me, a 2011 email about DeMaurice Smith lips size is not important. It's not something that we should get bent out of shape about, but you know the climate that we live in, so sometimes things like this have to be amplified, right? So I'm gonna play the clip of Randy Moss and how him speaking about it. Then after that, I'm gonna play another clip of another ESPN employee kind of doing the same thing, speaking about a racial situation, which is a little more close to home to him, but it still had the same outcome of him having the same reaction. So let me play this first clip. And like I said, before I get into the clip, look at the layout. So you have Randy Moss in the middle, right? He's in the middle, and next to Randy Moss is 2 pictures of John Gruden. So ESPN set this up perfectly. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really watch NFL Countdown, so I can't give you how NFL Countdown usually is, but this situation, they got Randy Moss in the middle, and in the middle of 2 different groups of white people, right? So he's in the middle, he's a focus point, so he got to be the one that everybody focusing on while he gives this speech about these emails.
You know, to speaking of Teddy's point, you know, basically you hear us talk about we got a work to do, we got a job to do, and that's to provide for our families. And Teddy hit it right on the head of just putting your head down and going playing football. You know, I speak about the game of football. I fell in love with the game of football, Sam, at 6 years old. And I get emotional talking about it because of situations like this. My civil rights were kind of messed with in high school over the color of my skin. And now being able to play 14 years in the National Football League, to have something like this of a leader. We talk about leadership. We give guys these big contracts because they want to be able to lead 70 men, coaches, equipment staff, and managers to the #1 goal, and that's to win a championship. And for us to be moving back and not forward in 21st century, like I said, man, National Football League, this hurts me. The clock is ticking, man. I'm sorry.
So there you have that, man. So you have that clip of Randy Moss saying that this hurts him, that we have to move forward from an email that's from 10 years ago, right? So we have to move forward. And it bothers me because it's like, why do we give white people words so much power, right? He didn't say nothing to Randy Moss. Randy Moss never played for John Gruden. Why is he so hurt that John Gruden said these words? All he said was, this man is dumb. That's his opinion of that man. And he said that he has big lips. That's his opinion of that man. So him saying that, why is Randy Moss so emotionally attached to that? Why is he on air crying in front of all these people saying like, damn, I can't believe you said that. Man, we got to move forward. We got to do this. We got to do that. To me, that's very disturbing to see this man crying over an email from 11 years ago. That's not towards him. It's like we always have to have this black man playing the victim on certain situations. Like we got to have the black man crying, playing the victim, boo-hooing. And it's like, all right, I get it. You know, sometimes things are racially motivated, but it shouldn't have that much power over you. You know, we just got to always show the black man crying and being a victim. I'm sick of it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not a fan of it at all. Then they got another ESPN analyst, Ryan Clark, another football player. It was I think he was like a corner or something like that. I know he played defense. I think he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he had a situation where his son was at a drive-thru, trying to walk up to a drive-thru back when the pandemic started. You know, certain things you couldn't do, like you can't go into restaurants to get food. So his son was at college, and his son tried to walk through a drive-thru, and he asked somebody, can they, you know, give him the money, pay for the food, and the lady at one of the people at the drive-thru called him an N-word somehow, right? And this is Ryan Clark's of ESPN's reaction of his son being called an N-word at a drive-thru. In 2020, I believe, right? Okay.
And you can't walk up to cars. You can't wave down cars with white people in it because your life is not of value to all of them. And so I'm blessed that my child is still here. If something would have happened to him, it would have broke me. And so for me, I got to do a better job of educating him, and I got to protect him. Because I wouldn't know how to live if he wouldn't have made it out. And so thank you for everybody that reached out to me. And I know it's getting better, but it's not better yet, and better for everybody.
Right there, you see ESPN put Ryan Clark in a crazy situation. He's so emotional. Tensions are running high, right? And it's like, we're going to put this man on TV to talk about something. He talked about this white woman calling his son the N-word. And, you know, like last year, the racials are high. You know, everything was going high. Everything with George Floyd. And you put this man on TV, and now you got another man crying, being a victim. So you got two black men on your network crying, being a victim. And it's like, it reminds me of something from back in the day, man. And, you know, it's hard for me to even put this up. But it's reality. It's reality that this song came out about 15, 16 years ago, and it's still relevant to this day.
Tell me why must I cry? Tell me why.
Alright, man. I just had to throw that in there. I don't know, y'all remember that track from back in the day, like Why Must I Cry? But it's like, we have these black men have to come up there and cry. They have to be these victims. You know what I'm saying? Like ESPN is promoting, in my opinion, that black man victimization. You got to be the black man. You got to be a victim. You know, Ryan Clark's situation was a lot closer to home, but this Randy Moss joint, yo, like, it's disturbing. Like, yo, you see this brother crying. Like, why are you crying for? Like, why? Like, I don't get it. You're not crying. Like, what was the point of you crying? You wasn't affected by this. You saying the NFL got to do the right thing. I mean, more than likely, the NFL is going to fire John Gruden. And I'm not sure if John Gruden is still going to get paid out for his contract. Maybe he will. Like, I know how the NBA is like that, because the Knicks always hire bad coaches and fire them. The next thing you know, they still got to pay these coaches all this money. So I don't know if the NBA is the same way as like that. But I know John Gruden had like a 10-year contract with the Raiders, right? And I think his contract was close to $100 million. So that's a lot of money that the Raiders have to pay out for a man not to do his job. And I don't think the players came out and say anything about it. I know DeMaurice Smith came out to say something about it. You know, other TV analysts, I like Shannon Sharp. He came out and said something. He said that honestly, John Gruden shouldn't be fired for it. And he said the reason why, because John Gruden was not working for the NFL at that time. If I'm not mistaken, I think John Gruden was like an analyst, or he just wasn't working for the NFL at all. But anyway, he wasn't working for the NFL, so that is kind of crazy that you being fired for something you did 10 years ago and you wasn't with the company. But that's the world we live in now. They pull up receipts of things that you did, and if they don't like the things that you did, then guess what? That's on you, buddy. That's on you. So you're going to lose your job. So what do you think about this? Do you think that these TV shows like ESPN, NFL Countdown, and Get Up and whatever, they want to show the black man to be the victim? You know what I'm saying? Like, the black man could have just been like, you know what, man? It's a stupid email, whatever. I got a job to do on play. I talked to the coach about it. Something happened 11 years ago. How we know that John Gruden didn't heal from 11 years ago? And, you know, we give Joe Biden a pass, say, you know what, he said things are racist, but you know what, that he's for black people. But John Gruden don't get that pass from an email 11 years ago because he said a person got big lips. I don't know, man. I'm not really seeing it as that racist. I'm seeing it as buffoonery, clownish. You know what I mean? My man Randy Moss over here crying about an email from 11 years ago that's not even towards him. I don't think white people should have that much power over you. I think nobody should have that much power over you. You know, it's not taking from your livelihood. They're not touching you. They're not messing with your family. All they're saying is this said man got these big lips. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying about it. This man got big lips. So what, man? So what? Who cares? It's not that serious in my opinion, man. But what y'all think about that? I think that Randy Moss, this is a bad look on this dude, yo. It's a bad look on Randy Moss. I like Randy Moss. I mean, I think I like him as a player. I never really listened to him as a commentator, to tell you the truth. But this right here is a turn off. Like, I don't want you to be a victim on the TV crying about an email from 10 years ago. That's real suckerish, yo. I don't like it. I don't care for it. But that's my opinion on it, man. I appreciate your time. Thanks for your time, man. Make sure, you know, you got this far. Hit subscribe and like and share this content. Appreciate that, man. All right, till next time. Peace.